Welcome back, everybody, for another deep dive. I hope you're ready for this one because we're going to be jumping into the world of parcel shipping specifically. We're going to be looking back at the highlights and major trends that shaped 2024 and using those to look ahead to what's coming down the pipeline for 2025.
Buckle up.
Yeah, exactly. Buckle up. I think you're right about that. We'll be using the 2024 parcel shipping highlights and 2025 trends report to guide our exploration today. But just to give you a little taste of what's to come, we'll be talking AI-powered logistics, looming carrier wars, and even some clever strategies to navigate those upcoming tariffs that everyone is talking about.
Sounds like a lot to cover.
It is. There's a lot going on in this industry. So much is changing so rapidly. So we're going to try to break it all down for you, make it easy to digest, and really help you apply it to your own business.
That's the goal.
Yeah, exactly. So let's start with 2024. We saw a massive digital transformation in parcel shipping last year. But what were the real game changers? AI and automation were everywhere, but how did that actually play out on the ground?
Well, it's true. AI and automation were everywhere in 2024. But the real story is how they were used to tackle specific challenges that the industry was facing. For example, we saw things like dynamic route optimization powered by real-time traffic data and predictive analytics. And that really significantly reduced delivery times and fuel costs for a lot of the major players.
Oh, so it's not just about adopting the tech, it's about really applying it strategically to address the growing pains of e-commerce.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And speaking of e-commerce, 2024 saw a huge push for sustainability and parcel shipping too, right?
Absolutely. Consumer demand for eco-friendly practices really pushed companies to rethink their entire approach to shipping.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just about swapping cardboard for biodegradable packaging either.
Right, right.
We saw some innovative solutions like carbon offset programs and the adoption of electric delivery fleets really starting to gain traction.
So companies were realizing that going green isn't just good PR, it's actually a smart business move.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, now let's turn our attention to 2025. The report hints at some major carrier pricing wars brewing. FedEx and UPS are already making strategic moves. What does this mean for someone you know running a business that deals with shipping on a daily basis?
Well, the carrier landscape is becoming increasingly competitive, as you said, and that's going to translate into both opportunities and challenges. You'll likely see more aggressive pricing strategies from carriers and a wider array of service options. But this also means you'll need to be more diligent in analyzing carrier contracts and negotiating favorable terms. It's going to be a chess match, not a checkers game.
So staying informed about carrier pricing changes and being ready to adapt is going to be crucial.
Definitely.
All right, and on the topic of change, let's dive into the world of technological advancements. Drones, robots, AI-powered logistics. It feels like something out of a sci-fi movie, but it's all happening now. How do you see these innovations playing out in the near future, especially for businesses?
I think we're on the cusp of a logistics revolution. While large-scale drone delivery is still facing some regulatory hurdles, we're seeing its potential in niche applications, like medical supply delivery in rural areas. For businesses, though, I think the impact might be felt more immediately in warehouse automation. Robots are already handling repetitive tasks like picking and packing, which increases efficiency and reduces labor costs. And then you have AI-powered forecasting models that are becoming increasingly sophisticated, which allows businesses to predict demand and optimize inventory levels much more accurately.
So these advancements could potentially streamline operations, cut costs, and even open up new possibilities in terms of service offerings.
Exactly.
But let's not forget the human element here. The report also highlights some labor movements within major players like Amazon and FedEx. How might these movements impact the industry and ultimately the bottom line for businesses?
These labor movements are definitely a force to be reckoned with. They're pushing for better wages, working conditions, and benefits, which could lead to increased labor costs for shipping companies. And those costs could be passed down to businesses in the form of higher shipping rates. It's important to keep a close eye on these developments and factor them into your cost projections.
So we're seeing a confluence of factors here: technological advancements, labor movements, carrier competition, all shaping the future of parcel shipping.
Absolutely.
And then, of course, there are those looming tariffs. It's something that's probably keeping a lot of business owners up at night.
Oh, sure.
But the report offers some strategies for mitigating the impact, and I think that's where we should head next.
Sounds good. Let's dive in.
Okay, so the report lays out 7 key strategies for navigating this tariff landscape. Let's break down each of them, starting with diversifying supply chains.
Yeah, diversifying supply chains, this is a classic risk mitigation strategy, and it's becoming increasingly important in this world of geopolitical uncertainty and all the trade tensions we're seeing. Relying too heavily on suppliers from a single region can make a business really vulnerable to disruptions. You've probably already experienced this firsthand with the recent supply chain bottlenecks.
Right. So diversifying your supplier base across different countries and regions spreads the risk and gives you more flexibility to adapt.
Exactly.
But what about leveraging foreign trade zones or FTZs? What's the advantage there?
So FTZs are a really powerful tool for businesses involved in international trade. Essentially, they're designated areas within a country where goods can be imported, stored, assembled, and even processed without being subject to customs duties until they enter the domestic market.
That sounds like a huge advantage, especially when dealing with those tariffs.
Yeah, it can be. Imagine you import components from a country that's subject to tariffs. By using an FTZ, you can defer those duty payments until the finished product is ready to be shipped domestically. This gives you more control over your cash flow and potentially reduces your overall costs.
Okay, so FTZs offer a way to strategically manage those tariff payments. But what about tariff engineering? It sounds a bit like something out of a spy movie.
It's not as clandestine as it sounds. Tariff engineering involves making slight modifications to your products or processes to qualify for lower tariff rates. For example, let's say you're importing a specific type of electronic device that's subject to a high tariff. By slightly altering the design or adding a minor feature, you might be able to reclassify the product under a different tariff code with a lower rate.
So it's about understanding the nuances of tariff codes and finding creative ways to legally optimize your imports.
Exactly.
But I imagine this requires a lot of expertise and careful planning.
Absolutely. Tariff engineering is not a quick fix, and it's crucial to consult with experts to ensure compliance with all regulations. There are also ethical considerations to keep in mind. The goal is to legally optimize your tariff burden, not to engage in any shady practices.
Right. It's about finding that balance between strategic cost management and ethical business practices.
Exactly.
Now, the report also mentions changing the country of origin as a potential strategy. Is that a realistic option for most businesses?
It can be, but it's a complex undertaking with significant logistical and financial implications. It might involve relocating your manufacturing operations, sourcing materials from different suppliers, or even restructuring your entire supply chain.
So it's a major strategic decision that requires a thorough cost-benefit analysis.
Exactly. It's not a solution to be taken lightly, but it can be a viable option for some businesses, especially those with a global footprint and the resources to manage such a transition. It all boils down to carefully weighing the potential benefits against the costs and risks involved.
All right, so we've covered diversifying supply chains, utilizing FTZs, and exploring tariff engineering, as well as considering a country of origin change. Let's move on to a strategy that might feel a bit more familiar, maintaining higher inventory levels.
Yeah, this is a classic approach to managing risk and mitigating potential disruptions. By stocking up on critical components or finished goods, you create a buffer against supply chain uncertainties and price fluctuations.
So it's the better safe than sorry approach.
Exactly. But it's important to weigh the potential benefits against the downsides. Holding excess inventory ties up capital, increases storage costs, and exposes you to the risk of obsolescence.
So it's a balancing act.
Right.
You need to find that sweet spot that provides a reasonable level of protection without incurring excessive costs or risks.
Precisely. It's about understanding your business needs, analyzing your supply chain vulnerabilities, and finding a strategic balance between risk and reward.
Now, the next strategy outlined in the report is incorporating price adjustment clauses into contracts. How does this work, and what are the key considerations?
Price adjustment clauses provide a mechanism for adjusting prices in response to specific events, like changes in raw material costs, currency fluctuations, or in this case, the imposition of tariffs. By including these clauses in your contracts, you create a framework for sharing the burden of these external factors with your suppliers or customers.
So it's about building in a degree of flexibility to protect your business from unexpected cost increases.
Exactly. But drafting these clauses requires careful consideration and a clear understanding of the potential scenarios. You need to define the specific events that trigger a price adjustment, the methodology for calculating the adjustment, and the limits on the magnitude of the adjustment.
It sounds like this strategy requires a solid legal foundation and a deep understanding of the market dynamics.
Absolutely. It's not just about adding a few lines to a contract. It's about proactively managing risks and ensuring that your business relationships are structured in a way that allows for fair and transparent adjustments when unforeseen circumstances arise.
And this brings us to the final strategy in the report, first sale for export, or FSFE. Can you break down how this works and what types of businesses it might benefit?
Okay, so FSFE is a specialized strategy that leverages international trade dynamics to reduce the declared value of goods and consequently the tariff burden. It involves a multi-party transaction where goods are purchased at a lower price from a supplier in a country that's not subject to tariffs and then exported to the final destination.
So it's like finding a backdoor route to avoid those tariffs.
In a way, yes.
Mm.
But it's a complex strategy with very specific requirements and potential pitfalls. It's essential to work with experts who understand the intricacies of FSFE to ensure compliance with all regulations and avoid any legal issues.
So it's not a one-size-fits-all solution, but it can be a powerful tool in the right circumstances.
Exactly. It's another example of how understanding the nuances of international trade and having a strategic approach can help businesses navigate this complex world of tariffs and global supply chains.
It seems like we've uncovered a whole arsenal of strategies to combat those tariff woes. But before we get lost in the world of trade wars and logistics, let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture. What other key trends are shaping the future of parcel shipping? What do businesses need to be prepared for in the years to come?
Well, the landscape is definitely evolving rapidly, and I think one of the most significant trends we're seeing is this demand for hyper-personalization.
Right.
Customers are no longer content with just generic shipping options.
Right.
They want tailored experiences, flexible delivery choices, and real-time tracking information that keeps them in the loop every step of the way.
So it's not just about delivering a package, it's about delivering an experience.
Exactly.
But how can businesses realistically achieve this level of personalization when they're dealing with thousands, if not millions, of shipments?
It is a challenge, for sure. But technology is playing a key role in making it possible. We're seeing the rise of sophisticated customer relationship management, or CRM systems, that allow businesses to gather data on individual customer preferences, purchase history, and delivery expectations. This data can then be used to tailor shipping options, proactively communicate delivery updates, and even offer personalized recommendations or promotions.
So data is the key to unlocking this hyper-personalized shipping experience.
Absolutely.
And speaking of data, the report also highlights the growing importance of data analytics in parcel shipping.
Yeah. Data analytics is transforming the way businesses operate, and parcel shipping is no exception. Companies are leveraging data to optimize their entire supply chain, from predicting demand and managing inventory to streamlining delivery routes and identifying areas for improvement.
So it's not just about collecting data, it's about extracting valuable insights and using them to make smarter decisions.
Exactly.
But how are businesses actually putting this into practice? Can you give us some concrete examples?
Sure. We're seeing companies use predictive analytics to anticipate demand fluctuations based on historical data, seasonal trends, and even social media activity. This allows them to adjust inventory levels, optimize staffing, and proactively allocate resources to ensure smooth operations.
That's a really smart application of data analytics. It takes the guesswork out of managing a complex supply chain.
For sure. And we're also seeing companies use data to optimize delivery routes in real time, factoring in traffic conditions, weather patterns, and even driver availability.
Wow.
This not only reduces delivery times and fuel costs, but also improves customer satisfaction by providing more accurate delivery estimates.
So it's about using data to create a more efficient and responsive shipping operation. And it seems like AI is playing a key role in this data-driven revolution as well.
Yeah, AI is rapidly becoming an integral part of the parcel shipping ecosystem. AI-powered systems are being used to automate tasks, make predictions, and optimize processes in ways that were unimaginable just a few years ago.
But what does this look like in practice? Can you give us some specific examples of how AI is being used in parcel shipping today?
Sure, one example is in fraud detection. AI algorithms can analyze vast amounts of data to identify patterns and anomalies that indicate potential fraudulent activity. This helps shipping companies prevent losses, protect their customers, and maintain the integrity of their operations.
So AI is acting as a virtual detective, sniffing out suspicious activity before it becomes a problem.
Exactly. And AI is also being used to personalize customer interactions. Chatbots, powered by natural language processing, or NLP, can handle routine customer inquiries, provide tracking information, and even resolve delivery issues in a conversational and efficient manner.
That's a great example of how AI can enhance the customer experience while freeing up human agents to handle more complex issues. It seems like AI is becoming an indispensable tool for businesses looking to stay competitive in this rapidly evolving world of parcel shipping.
Absolutely. AI is not just a buzzword. It's a game changer that's transforming the industry in profound ways. And as AI technology continues to advance, we can expect to see even more innovative applications emerge in the years to come.
So we've got hyper-personalization, data analytics, and the rise of AI all shaping the future of parcel shipping. What other trends are on the horizon? What else do businesses need to be paying attention to?
Well, one trend that's gaining momentum is the increasing focus on sustainability. Consumers are becoming more environmentally conscious, and they're demanding that businesses take responsibility for their impact on the planet. This is particularly relevant in parcel shipping, which traditionally has a significant environmental footprint.
Right, think about all those delivery trucks on the road and the packaging materials that end up in landfills.
Hmm.
But how are businesses actually addressing this growing demand for sustainable shipping practices?
They're taking a multi-pronged approach. One area of focus is reducing emissions. We're seeing a shift towards electric delivery fleets, the use of alternative fuels like biofuels, and the optimization of delivery routes to minimize mileage and fuel consumption.
So it's about making the delivery process itself more eco-friendly.
Exactly. And another key area is packaging. Companies are moving away from traditional plastic packaging in favor of biodegradable, compostable, or recyclable materials. They're also exploring ways to minimize packaging waste through innovative design and right-sizing strategies.
So it's about reducing the environmental impact of the packaging itself. Are there any other innovative approaches to sustainable shipping that you're seeing?
Yeah, one interesting trend is the rise of urban consolidation centers. These are centralized hubs located in densely populated areas where packages from multiple carriers are consolidated and then delivered to customers using more sustainable methods such as cargo bikes or electric vans.
That's a really smart approach. It reduces congestion, minimizes emissions, and makes that last mile delivery process more efficient and eco-friendly.
Exactly. And we're also seeing the emergence of crowdsourced delivery platforms, which leverage a network of local individuals or businesses to deliver packages, often using their own vehicles or even walking or cycling. This can be a more sustainable option, particularly for short-distance deliveries within urban areas.
It's fascinating to see how businesses are getting creative and finding innovative solutions to make parcel shipping more sustainable. It seems like sustainability is no longer just a nice to have, it's becoming a core business imperative.
Absolutely. Consumers are increasingly voting with their wallets, choosing to support businesses that align with their values. Sustainability is no longer just good for the planet, it's good for business.
So to recap, we've got hyper-personalization data analytics, the rise of AI, and a growing emphasis on sustainability, all shaping the future of parcel shipping. It's a lot for businesses to keep up with.
It is. But the good news is that embracing these trends can lead to significant benefits, including improved efficiency, enhanced customer satisfaction, and a more sustainable and responsible business model.
Right, it's not just about keeping up, it's about leveraging these trends to gain a competitive edge.
Exactly.
Now, before we move on, I want to circle back to something we touched on earlier, Franklin Parcel.
Ah, yes, Franklin Parcel. They're a company that's definitely making waves in the industry.
They're offering an AI-driven platform that helps businesses optimize their shipping costs and recover refunds for those pesky billing errors and service failures that can eat into your profits. But what really intrigued me is their approach to data security. With all this talk about data analytics and AI, data security is a top concern for businesses. How does Franklin Parcel address this?
Franklin Parcel takes data security very seriously. They employ industry-standard encryption protocols and security measures to protect sensitive information. They also have a transparent data privacy policy that clearly outlines how they collect, use, and store data. Transparency and trust are paramount in the digital age, and Franklin Parcel seems to be making data security a top priority.
That's reassuring to hear. In a world where data breaches are becoming increasingly common, it's essential for businesses to partner with companies that prioritize data security. It seems like Franklin Parcel is ticking all the right boxes.
They are definitely a company to watch. They're at the forefront of innovation in the parcel shipping industry, and they're helping businesses navigate the complexities of the digital age while keeping data security top of mind.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground today, from the nitty-gritty of tariff strategies to the broader trends shaping the future of parcel shipping. But before we wrap up this deep dive, I want to pose a thought-provoking question for you, our listener, to ponder.
Okay, I like it.
With all these advancements in technology, from AI-powered logistics to drone deliveries, how do you envision the role of the human worker evolving in the parcel shipping industry? Will these technologies replace human jobs, or will they create new opportunities and require new skill sets?
That's a great question to consider. It seems like the parcel shipping industry is on the brink of a major transformation, and the role of the human worker will undoubtedly be reshaped in the process.
For sure. It's definitely something to think about.
It is.
We'll be back next week with part 2 to dive even deeper into this topic and explore some potential answers to that question.
Looking forward to it. It's not necessarily about replacing human jobs altogether, but rather redefining them. As automation and AI take over those repetitive and data-intensive tasks, human workers can focus on areas that require more, creativity, critical thinking, and problem-solving skills. We might see a shift towards roles that involve managing and overseeing these advanced technologies, ensuring their smooth operation and addressing any unexpected challenges that arise.
So it's about leveraging the strengths of both humans and machines to create a more efficient and adaptable workforce.
Exactly.
But what specific skills will be in high demand in this new landscape? What should workers be focusing on to stay ahead of the curve?
Adaptability and a willingness to learn will be crucial days. Workers who are comfortable working with technology, who can grasp new concepts quickly, and who are eager to embrace change will be highly sought after. Technical skills in areas like data analysis, AI, and automation will also be valuable.
So it's not just about brawn anymore, it's about brains and adaptability.
Yeah, definitely.
Workers who can bridge the gap between technology and human interaction will be in a strong position. It seems like the future of parcel shipping is going to be shaped by those who can harness the power of technology while retaining that human touch.
Precisely. And let's not forget the importance of soft skills like communication, collaboration, and problem solving. These skills will become even more valuable as teams become more diverse and geographically dispersed. Being able to communicate effectively, work collaboratively across teams, and think critically to solve complex problems will be essential for success in this evolving industry.
It's a fascinating time to be involved in parcel shipping. It's dynamic, innovative, and full of opportunities for those who are willing to embrace change and adapt to the evolving landscape. As we wrap up this deep dive, what key takeaways should our listener be walking away with today?
I think the main takeaway is that the parcel shipping industry is in a state of constant evolution. Staying informed, embracing technology, and prioritizing customer experience are essential for success in this dynamic environment. The trends we've discussed today, hyper-personalization, data analytics, AI, and sustainability, are really reshaping the industry and creating both challenges and opportunities. By understanding these trends and proactively adapting to them, businesses can not only survive but thrive in the years to come.
That's a great point. It's not just about reacting to change, it's about anticipating it and positioning yourself to capitalize on the emerging opportunities.
Exactly. And remember, the future of parcel shipping is being shaped right now. The choices businesses make today will determine their success tomorrow.
We've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive, from the impact of AI and automation to the strategies for mitigating tariff risks and the growing importance of sustainability. But ultimately, it all comes down to this. The parcel shipping industry is transforming, and those who embrace change, leverage technology, and prioritize customer experience will be the ones who shape the future.
Well said. It's an exciting time to be a part of this dynamic and evolving industry. And for our listener, I encourage you to continue exploring the resources mentioned in the 2024 Parcel Shipping Highlights and 2025 Trends Report. The Parcel Industry Report 2024 and the Industry Outlook for 2025 provide even deeper insights into the trends we've discussed today. Staying informed is the first step towards staying ahead.
And remember, this is just the beginning of our exploration of the world of parcel shipping. We'll be back with more deep dives into specific aspects of the industry, from the latest advancements in logistics technology to the evolving regulatory landscape. So stay tuned, stay curious, and keep those packages moving.
It's not necessarily about replacing human jobs altogether, but rather redefining them. As automation and AI take over those repetitive and data-intensive tasks, human workers can focus on areas that require more, creativity, critical thinking, and problem-solving skills. Yeah. We might see a shift towards roles that involve managing and overseeing these advanced technologies, ensuring their smooth operation, and addressing any unexpected challenges that arise.
So it's about leveraging the strengths of both humans and machines to create a more efficient and adaptable workforce.
Oh, exactly.
But what specific skills will be in high demand in this new landscape? What should workers be focusing on to stay ahead of the curve?
Adaptability and a willingness to learn will be crucial. Workers who are comfortable working with technology, who can graft new concepts quickly, and who are eager to embrace change will be highly sought after. Technical skills in areas like data analysis, AI, and automation will also be valuable.
So it's not just about brawn anymore, it's about brains and adaptability.
Yeah, definitely.
Workers who can bridge the gap between technology and human interaction will be in a strong position. It seems like the future of parcel shipping is going to be shaped by those who can harness the power of technology while retaining that human touch.
Precisely. And let's not forget the importance of soft skills like communication, collaboration, and problem solving. These skills will become even more valuable as teams become more diverse and geographically dispersed. Being able to communicate effectively, work collaboratively across teams, and think critically to solve complex problems will be essential for success in this evolving industry.
It's a fascinating time to be involved in parcel shipping. The industry is dynamic, innovative, and full of opportunities for those who are willing to embrace change and adapt to the evolving landscape. As we wrap up this deep dive, what key takeaways should our listener be walking away with today?
I think the main takeaway is that the parcel shipping industry is in a state of constant evolution. Staying informed, embracing technology, and prioritizing customer experience are essential for success in this dynamic environment. The trends we've discussed today, hyper-personalization, data analytics, AI, and sustainability, are really reshaping the industry and creating both challenges and opportunities. By understanding these trends and proactively adapting to them, businesses can not only survive, but thrive in the years to come.
That's a great point. It's not just about reacting to change, it's about anticipating it and positioning yourself to capitalize on the emerging opportunities.
Exactly. And remember, the future of parcel shipping is being shaped right now. The choices businesses make today will determine their success tomorrow.
We've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive, from the impact of AI and automation to the strategies for mitigating tariff risks and the growing importance of sustainability. But ultimately, it all comes down to this. The parcel shipping industry is transforming, and those who embrace change, leverage technology, and prioritize customer experience will be the ones who shape the future.
Well said. It's an exciting time to be a part of this dynamic and evolving industry. And for our listener, I encourage you to continue exploring the resources mentioned in the 2024 Parcel Shipping Highlights and 2025 Trends Report. The Parcel Industry Report 2024 and the Industry Outlook for 2025 provide even deeper insights into the trends we've discussed today. Staying informed is the first step towards staying ahead.
And remember, this is just the beginning of our exploration of the world of parcel shipping. We'll be back with more deep dives into specific aspects of the industry, from the latest advancements in logistics technology to the evolving regulatory landscape. So stay tuned, stay curious, and keep those packages moving.